Hello there, and welcome back to War Thunder. Today's video is a mere tribute according to Tenacious D, all the rock fans know what I'm talking about. Because this will be a successful battle, this will be a nice battle, but it will not be a perfect battle. And everybody has a certain definition of the perfect battle. Maybe the best result that you'll ever get is the perfect battle. It was pretty good for you, right? But there is always somebody that can do it better. More kills, more caps. And also, I think that there is an additional condition that I force upon myself, and this is to survive the battle in the starting tank. And as we'll see later on, when I get killed, what a big surprise, and then I'll fly the IL-10 1946, you will see what I can do under certain special situations, also in, an aircraft, in tank RB. But for me, the equation of the perfect game gets fundamentally flawed by, adding the factor of lineups, because lineups are a pay-to-win thing. If you have just one tank and there is an enemy tank and you kill him, you just defeated another player, but he can respawn and he has multiple tries, and then you get killed eventually, either by another tank or by an aircraft. Revenge killing is just a popular thing in War Thunder, and then the perfect game has ended for me. And if I want to present to you a tank in particular, I just want to get for the best possible result, which is very often just simply where I survive, because that's also hard to achieve in War Thunder. Yes, there are certain meme tanks, KV-220 for example, Jumbo Sherman still, that I think, if you put them out of the equation, just a handful of vehicles that can somewhat effectively do this are left. So at the end, your personal skill and a bit of luck remains. With that in mind, let's talk about lineups and why I think that lineups are also pay to win. So after the first 2 or 3 lineups or crew slots that you have, or tank slots to be a bit more precise in War Thunder, you can acquire some more with silver lines for each nation. And after that, then they get to cost you golden eagles. So that's the first pay to win thing. In theory, yes, you can get some golden eagles by logging in on a daily basis, getting a golden eagle wager, and then having a lot of good games where you kill something and where you also then win all the battles. But then, that's just a mere, at maximum 1,500 golden eagles. And that's quickly gone in War Thunder, believe me that. Then there is also to get the maximum trained crew in with, again, golden eagles, because that's just the fastest way to do this. And after that, you then can get the expert qualification. But immediately, you also can get the ace qualification, guess what? With gold. And if you're just not willing to suffer through the stock grind where a certain ammunition type or a payload upgrade for a plane comes available only after a lot of rough games and the rewards depend on the game mode, etc., you can also spend gold on it. And to have a full lineup of such vehicles, either premiums or tech trees that you upgraded with golden eagles, and the same with aircraft, that's just a pay-to-win thing. And to be honest, I, as a content creator, put a lot of golden eagles that I get on a monthly basis from Gaijin, which is surprising that they still support me after all the harsh stuff that I throw at them. Mostly words, but not always. I think that this is just a secret way to really grind. To become a content creator, if you put so much time into it, why not spend 1 hour per day of just featuring your best gameplay, get a certain amount of views every video, and then apply for the partnership content creator stuff. And I think that this is then the best way to grind, especially to get your hands at the new exciting stuff for just a fraction of the time investment. If you think about all the new tanks and planes costing 400,000 RP, even I, as a player with all the boosters and premium account and whatever, that's a lot of battles to spend on it. And so at some point it becomes a job, but there is always some factor that you have to still keep, and that is a driving force. What keeps me driving after 7 years of playing War Thunder? What is it? It's the hunt for the perfect game, as I stated in the beginning. And I think that this is much underrated. A lot of people think, what is this shit, bailing out after the first death? If I'm stock grinding something, that is still, very often one particular tank. And do you listen to this? That's a big bomb. I thought that I would have escaped its blast radius, but it was obviously then in this case a 4,000 pound from a Wellington. Blah. And now let's hop into the IL-10 and let's see what we can do about the remaining enemies. I could use the IS-2, the P51K, whatever, it doesn't really matter. But to be honest, I have a little bit of a heart for the IL-2 and IL-10 series of ground attackers or strike fighters, whatever you want to call them, and we'll see how effective it is. Also, if you have noticed it, I got 5 tank kills, and I won also the anti-mech order that was activated by somebody else. So that also gave me quite a lot of, additional civil lines, which will be an awful amount at the end of the battle. So this is also very interesting to have a look at in just a few minutes' time. So the perfect battle is oh so difficult to achieve, and especially the combination of certain epic metal awards. What is there? The heavy metal award, that is, for the most kills. The survivor award, which, you need to survive the battle and still need to get the most kills amongst both teams. Then there is also the mission maker, which requires you to make the first and the last kill. And on top of this, there is also 2 more awards. First, the wingman, which is the most kill assist, which I get surprisingly often. What a surprise. And then there's also the last man standing. The last man standing is so rare that even I got it just a handful of times, because very often it's just a steamroll one way or the other, despite getting the mission maker. Especially in Tank RB, it's extremely rare. At least for me, that is. But the next thing for the perfect battle is also that it requires a lot of luck. And a lot of luck is that, somebody doesn't go for their revenge kill, if he still would have the opportunity to do so. Or a teammate helps you out by killing a tank that was just about to pull the trigger and killing you, and you never noticed it. And then on top of this, there is also to get, not a full up tier, because a lot of tanks are really, really great. The Jumbo Shermans, for example, excellent tanks. In a full up tier, oof. KV-220 in a full up tier, oof. A lot of German tanks are absolutely awesome to play, yet they also get punished all the time by full up tiers, where then it's getting really rough for them. So all those things have to be considered for the perfect game. And I myself have very rarely perfect games. But there is another factor for a YouTuber, and that is that the perfect game is also accepted by the viewer base, which is a factor that a lot of people, watching videos don't get, because a lot of people are very elitistic. You cannot feature arcade and become a really good YouTube channel in terms of pure size, because a lot of people just don't accept arcade being a competitive game mode, which it is. If you are somewhat of an elitistic, simulator battle or a realistic battle player, try arcade and try to get on top of the team a lot. You'll see that there are different game mechanics, that there are just different rules that you have to work with. But that aside, so when we come to this battle, I got a lot of kills with the IL-10, with the guns. I dropped the bomb also on the Jumbo Sherman, which was a big threat for my team. And so I can safely say that I was a big asset for my team. And to also delete here this P47 with a beautiful pilot snap, where I stopped firing before I got the kill. That just was the cherry on top of a cake of a beautiful game. And yet, it wasn't perfect. I could show so many lineup battles. Maybe you're interested, let me know in the comment section, but would you look at this? For practically a double ace, 1 aircraft kill and 9 tank kills, together with 2 epic awards, the Wingman and also the Heavy Metal Hero Award. Together with 73,000 civilians from the Anti-Mech Order, I got 205,000 civilians and 11,600 modification research points, splitting up between plane and also tank research. First place with ease in big leads, and yet this is just a tribute to the battles that I'm going for. And I don't think that this is really too elitistic for a player that is playing this game for 7 years. A lot of players say that I have average stats, that I have bad stats in fact. But I try to master planes, props and sets. I try to play high tier, low and mid tier with tanks. And there's also ships that I play. And a lot of the people that are better, and there are so many undoubtedly, with tanks and planes, I want to see them on the waves of War Thunder fighting me. Destroyer versus destroyer, patrol boat versus patrol boat, or cruiser versus cruiser. It doesn't matter. Because I have put a lot of time into it, and all I want to go for at this point in time is to go for the perfect battle. To get some nice scenes is nice, and every fool can do a kill compilation. There is nothing with it. But to show a full battle from start to finish, and to just simply survive it, get the most kills, be in first place, and have won it, maybe even carried it, that's the driving force. And very often this doesn't happen. In the majority of battles this doesn't happen. But when it happens, it's oh so more beautiful. And I'm actively going for that one. And still, I get myself killed with stupid scenes where all of people then laugh about me when I indeed then do a kill compilation, or include it into a tank or plane or ship review. And so I hope that you understand a bit more my driving forces behind playing War Thunder. And there are so many more things that I could talk about. But at the end of the day, lineups are just a pay-to-win thing. And there is nothing that can prove or disprove that you have paid your win into War Thunder as an opponent. But if you have just managed to do this with one tank, then it's a clean victory, a perfect victory. And that's it for me today. So thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Please give this video a like if you did, and if you agree. If you disagree, and if you want to discuss this with me, there is a comment section down below. Please leave a comment. Also, please subscribe if you want to see more. It really helps the channel out, and at the end of the day it's for free. And we'll see each other on the waves, in the skies, and on the battlefields of War Thunder.